changed for you guys to get over the hump in those traits?
I think it's just the little details. We were right there in the end of the game, and there was, a couple of slippages of not grabbing the rebound, and kind of like just little details that we have to step up to make up and look back on the drawing board and get better for the next upcoming game. But I have a lot of faith in this team. We have a lot of potential to be really good, and sometimes the basketball doesn't bounce your way. So, but we'll definitely look back on this and kind of see where we could have been better. But like Coach David said, this was a game of the trenches and battling it through. So I'm proud of the team's effort and the way we fought. We just got to fight harder next time.
RJ, at the very end, you take the timeout where you're down 3. It's like 11.9 or whatever. You set up the play. It looked like you were coming off on Armando's screen, and Elliott's pass catches Cormac by surprise. Just what were you guys trying to get in that situation there, and why do you think it didn't work out?
We just didn't execute the play properly. I mean, there's been a lot of plays like that throughout the game that I could point out a lot of times, but we'll be better next time.
Jeremiah, then Shelby.
RJ, when talking about the turnovers, Hubert was saying that you guys were almost like too fast to kind of start the game and had to kind of rein you all in. I guess from your perspective, what kind of led to the heightened amount of turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, I got to be better. I think I had 5 turnovers, and that's a lot. And that was like one of our keys going into the game is to kind of take care of the ball and limit our turnovers, and we didn't do a really good job of that. So that's gonna have to be a strength for us going forward, especially on my end. I can't have 5 turnovers as a point guard of this team, and I'll be better.
Shelby, then Jaden.
Just going back again to the turnover with 11 seconds left, RJ, you're saying that you didn't execute the play correctly. Could one or just both of you break down, like, what does that play properly executed look like?
Here's the thing, we may run that play again. So they're not gonna give you the details of that play because they may run that play again. So they can talk about the play. Go ahead, Cormac.
Yeah, I mean, the long and short of it is stuff happens in the game, and Elliott's a great passer, RJ's a great shooter, I'm a great shooter, we've got great players on the team. Sometimes you come out of the huddle, things go differently, and it is what it is, and we pick each other up and we stay together, and we have a lot of faith that we're going to execute in late game situations. Sometimes you got to play a good team, in a tough environment early in the season to find out that you've got work to do, to finish out games. And I think there's nobody in the locker room that has more faith in us than Coach Davis to execute our plays. And we're not going to get into the specifics of the play because we're going to run it again and we're going to execute and we're going to win the ball game next time.
Jaden, then Brandon.
For either of you, just when you're kind of in these situations this week and then when you play UConn, what does the team do to ensure that you don't panic and let a couple of losses impact the entire season?
Cormac, why don't you take that first?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things Coach talks about is how do you respond, and I think it's a good test for us. We've got a mature group. We've got guys who have been through a lot. Probably nobody more than RJ and Armando as a duo. They've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. We've got a lot of older guys on this team. So we're no stranger to bouncing back, and we're excited that we get to play another great opponent on Wednesday. And there's not an ounce of panic in our locker room. We're confident in our group. We know how good we can be, especially when we clean up some of the stuff that is our own mistakes. That's stuff that isn't within our control, and that's a good sign. Obviously, you want to win the game. Obviously, you want to execute, but because we have control of that, it's a positive thing because we're going to get better, and we're going to make those adjustments, and we're going to win these games when it really matters down the stretch.
Brendan, then Andrew, then in the back.
Cormac, you mentioned both of you guys have played a lot of college basketball, been through a lot. How would you assess the level of physicality in this game, and do you guys feel like you match the level of physicality that's necessary?
I mean, Kentucky's an athletic team. That's how they play. They've got long, athletic guys. I think we could have done a better job being physical, especially on the boards. And that starts with me. You know, I'm playing a lot of the three. I got to be more physical. I got to get more involved, rebounding the ball. We can't just leave it all for Armando. You know, we've got great rebounders on this team. Harrison Ingram's a terrific rebounder. RJ Davis is a terrific rebounder at the guard spot. I mean, I think he led the team in rebounds tonight. You know, we've got guys who can really do it. Jalen Withers, Jalen Washington. You know, we've got guys who can really rebound. And so I think it's a matter of being more physical, being tough. And we've got that in us, and you just got to go out and do it.
Last three questions. Andrew, the gentleman back, then Adam.
Cormac, tonight, was just a matter of the ball going to the basket for you, or was there something else that was working? And also, is the ankle still bothering you?
Yeah, I mean, I was, put in good positions based on the stuff we were running. I was receiving the ball, on time, on target from my teammates. That makes it easy to hit shots, and when you see a couple go down, that helps. But, nobody's had my back more than coach and these guys, to continue to encourage me to keep shooting. And, I played a lot of ball. I went through stretches where I shoot great. I went through stretches where I don't shoot great. It's part of the game. So, that's something that I'm not new to, and, I'm unflustered by. And so, the ankle's getting there. It's tough to heal an ankle sprain mid-season, playing a lot of games, but it's no worry.
In the back, then Adam.
RJ, I talked to Coach about, even though when the game seemed like Kentucky was getting 7-point lead, you guys still fought, still stayed in the game. What was your mindset to keep the team in the game so this could be a fight next season?
Just to keep our composure and not get too radical. And they kind of went on a run, but I think we were able to establish our presence on the offensive end, and then was able to get some stops on the defensive end. And I think our mindset, especially my mindset, was just, I've been in situations like this before where it's a tough and close game, and it's a lot up and down, and but just to kind of make sure my teammates are composed and not feeding into the energy of the crowd, and sometimes the game getting out of hand. Just knowing what we got on our side is good, and kind of just chip away each possession. And I think that speaks for our experience, and we have veteran guys, and we fought. And that was like our main message. I remember just each team huddle, we was always like, get to the 4-minute mark right before media break, and we'll be right there, and we were. And that just speaks to the fight of this team that we have, and I think we're going to be more than fine.
Last one, Adam.
Cormac, you sort of alluded to it with the early season test games like these in these neutral site environments, and I understand you got 19 more ACC games to play, but does the Oklahoma game next week take on a heightened significance with the loss to UConn, the loss today, in terms of just your non-conference resume? Do you think that bumps it up a notch?
We look at every game on the schedule. The most important game is the next game, and that will always be the case. It's been the case all year, and it will continue to be the case. Oklahoma's a good team, and we're excited that we get to play a good opponent, because there's nothing better than trying to bounce back against a team that's got a ranking, got a good record, potential tournament team. So that's something we're excited about. But we take every game one game at a time, and the only game circled on the calendar is the next game. And so it was the same way tonight, and it will be the same way on Wednesday. We're gonna bounce back, and we're looking forward to being able to kind of get back to playing winning basketball against a good team.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.